Looks awesome.
Thank you.
Almost there.
Almost there.
This is my last day in Malibu before we leave for San Francisco. Kathy's working on the wedding dress. I'm headed out to have lunch with a friend and pick up some Hot Wheels for this show this weekend. If you're one of 100 cars that comes to Wheels and Waves this weekend, you'll be getting a Hot Wheels. It's awesome. Okay, this is vlog 326, and today we're talking about the 2016 Chevy Cruze. We're going to talk about it kind of off and on throughout the vlog, but I'm driving south on PCH. The interesting thing about this car, actually, as in most new cars, especially after having driven so many classic cars over the past few weeks, the one thing that is different, massively so, is space. The use of space in a car like this versus the type of cars back in the 50s had excessive, massive amounts of space, which is why the cars were so big. But in a car like this, oh, cool Corvette going by. Check it out. Not bad. But in being a compact sedan, there's not a lot of space inside, but not like it's cramped. It's just the space is used much more effectively than it was back in the 50s. Every nook and cranny in this car is made with full use. Oh, gonna hit a red light. Oh, just made it. Woo! Driving is an art form. But what also gets done on the interior of these cars is the use of the combination of color and of materials. This car doesn't necessarily have a lot of different materials as opposed to a higher end car that may have wood trim or carbon fiber, things like that, but it does make good use of different color variations. And all in all, it's a real nice design. It's gonna be a fun car to drive up to San Francisco. We'll get into that, but right now, on my way to lunch. I'm in Calabasas at the Commons, waiting for my buddy to show up, John Grafman. Gonna have lunch. Pretty beautiful place. This is for black car parking only. Grafman. Yep. Right, done with lunch. Had a great time hanging out with the Grafman. Very funny guy. Always a blast. I'm going to Target to buy Hot Wheels. I'm going to buy 100 Hot Wheels for the show this weekend because the first 100 cars that show up to Wheels and Waves are getting a Hot Wheels car. Everybody enjoys a free car. All right, 100 Hot Wheels. Check. most peaceful places right off of Malibu Canyon leads out to the Salvation Army. An amazing spot where you can park your car, there's nobody else, and there's all kinds of campgrounds and places that you can sit and have lunch. Don't tell anybody. Top secret spot. During early spring, this area is totally green. It's an amazing place to come and hang out and just have a picnic. This picnic area is just off the highway. You can barely hear the cars going by, but if you drive in about maybe 1.5 to 2 miles, you'll get to a couple of kids' camps. If you got kids, it's an awesome place to be able to send them. We got some things to get for our trip to San Francisco. Are you pumped?
Oh yeah.
I'm pumped.
We gotta pack. Have you packed yet?
Oh, I haven't packed a single thing.
I haven't either.
Okay. I drink entirely too much coffee. But instead of putting cream in from now on, I'm gonna be putting coconut milk in there. Much healthier. Tastes really good too. Kathy's in line at CVS buying a bunch of stuff, a really long line. So that gives me opportunity to hang out here outside CVS, which is really fun. Latest edition. The Bolus Road Chief. You guys remember those guys at the vintage car show? There they are, in the paper. Snag up one of those puppies. Okay, let's talk the 2016 Chevy Cruze. Bum, bum, bum. All right, I've had this car for a few days. I really like the design. You know, back when I went to Art Center, I graduated in GM was the place that you wanted to go. Well, for most regular car designers, GM was the place you wanted to go. They were known for slick design, really good, but they weren't necessarily known back then for build quality. That has drastically changed. The quality of the manufacturing quality of this Cruze is precise. It's really nice. It's compact. Everything is ergonomically sound. So everything's within reach. It feels good. It feels proper. You can get into one of these cars for about $23,000. The Premier Edition, which is what I'm driving, is about $29,000, so approximately $30,000 out the door. Blah blah blah. If you can get this car below $30,000, then you're solid. It gets about 40 miles per gallon on the highway. That's what you're cruising. Since I live on a highway, that's pretty much what I'm driving all the time. 153 horsepower. I think I wrote that backwards, not really sure. 153 horsepower, 177 foot-pounds of torque. I got my notes all right here, I admit it. I just can't remember all that stuff. But the point is, with all the technical stuff, which you can get in 1,000 different places or 1,000,000 different places online, all the reviews of this car, they won't say what I'm about to say. This car is freaking cool on an epic level. I don't know what it is about GM products, but and not all of them are that successful, but I think that Chevy as an overall, from their design language, they always consistently do a really unique job. The design is always clean, it's always well thought out, but most of all for me, it's an ergonomic challenge. My phone's ringing, I don't know why. I'm eating Mark Sterenberger for coffee in the morning on our way to San Francisco. Just cruising around in this Cruze. I actually didn't intend to say that. Just driving around in this Cruze. Oh, people look at this car. Now, they look at it for a couple of reasons. The design is solid, but also the fact that it's this amazing blue color. Okay, that's it. I don't know what the blue color is called, but you can go online, you can go to their site, and you can kind of scroll through. But it's one of those spectacular blues that just like, when you see it, it just kind of gives you that wow factor. So, all right, that's it for today's vlog. I have a few more things I can talk about, but we're going to be doing the drive with the Cruze, so we'll talk about those as we go along. That's it for today's vlog. This is 326. Got to get ready, got to pack. I've got a lot of things to be able to do, including edit this vlog before we leave first thing in the morning. We'll see you tomorrow.